Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone the world you are. It's your Blue Archive Gacha Whale, beginner artist self-proclaimed, and your boy, Tosanyu. Welcome to the Zatsudan chatting stream, yapping stream, Chit Chat, whatever you might call it. So, it's like about the program that I'm going to talk a little bit, maybe like, actually for the whole stream. But what is it? It's like about all. I haven't like streamed for like Monday and Tuesday. Usually when I like do streams, it's always like afterwards, like for the most part. You know, people don't like Mondays and like start off like with that. But if you have like streams to look forward to, it can like change a lot. So this was like sometimes like I would do, but last Monday and Tuesday, I must like say my week like started not so good. You know, like if you maybe saw my schedule for this week, the subtitle was like recovering my health. It started like out really unhealthily for me. I had like some heavy disease I like started off with, and when it was in the morning, the symptoms were like pretty small. But as things went on, my whole body, I started to suffer. I had like the symptoms of like headache. My throat was like, there was like something stuck inside of it. I coughed. My nose was like full. And my body in general like hurt. So like, you know, like the one kind of things where you move your arms, your feet, like on all like things where I used like to move, they started to hurt. And apparently I got a flu. I remember like back on the times maybe I had like similar symptoms where I got like ligma. You know, like around the time when 2020 there was like this this lockdown, right? And I got like the disease from that, like ligma, like 2 years later, but 2022 or 2023, maybe. But this time it was like not ligma, but just a flu. But man, it felt like horrible. And I still went to work, and you know, like going back after that was like kind of bad. Luckily I always like wear a mask when I go to work, so I wouldn't like cough someone in the face, and our workspaces were like separated, so it was like kind of doable, but still not optimal. But I was like kind of like, okay, Tosan, one step at a time, one step at a time. You can do it. And yeah, I just took it like slowly, and I kind of survived. But man, it was like really bad. But the good thing is like the more physically you like exhaust yourself, especially like with such a handicap, the better will your sleep be. And if you get to sleep restfully, you can like recover much faster. But yeah, but normally I don't have a problem with like falling asleep, but this time it was like, yeah, I was like able to rest well, but it took like a while for me to fall asleep, because I had like to kind of like get adjusted to all the handicaps while like falling asleep. Like when you lie down, it's like pretty bad when your throat is like full, right? And when you cough, sometimes it can like get stuck in your throat and you start to like cough, right? And if you're like really bad laying position, you can actually die. Like if it gets stuck in your throat and then you like suffocate, right? So yeah, the trick was like either lay to the side, you know, and it can get like outside if you ever have to if ever your throat is like full, then you cough it out, or you lay like, you put like more pillows under your head, and then your head is a little bit elevated, and then it's like a little bit better, so that the fluids from your throat go like into your body, right? And man, after I kind of like was able to fall asleep, I slept like for 10 hours. Normally my sleeps are like around 7 to 8 hours. Sometimes 6 hours if it's like a different work shift, like in the morning. But yeah, I kind of like, I do like sleeping. I do use like a lot of things to like improve my sleep, you know, so I can like rest really well, and I can like fall asleep happily. But man, it was like this time not out of enjoyment, but like it was mandatory. I needed to recover. For the Tuesday it went like better, but there were like still some debuffs like left, so like my legs, like if I want to move my joints at the knee, it hurt a little bit. I still had like my throat full, and my nose was like sometimes running, like not that much anymore. But yeah, and I'm still like a little bit sick for today. Like I woke like up at night several times. And what I would like do is just like, okay, take a toilet break, wash your hands, then go back to bed. But I woke like about 3 times in the night, and it's like not that restful, but I think like I was able to sleep about 9 hours, but I still like need to rest more, kind of. And when I was like doing the schedule for this week, like yesterday, I did it like I was like not really sure if I could like take on bigger streaming projects, so, like gaming, you know, or like me side. So I kept it like minimal. So the Zatsudan here is like it's going to be a short one, maybe like under 1 hour. The day afterwards gonna be trying Altair. If I'm like fast, it's gonna be done within 90 minutes. And I hope I'm gonna be I'm gonna have like full recovery until Sunday. Normally I would like play B-side, but let's read the story. And while like story in Blue Archive, it's like out tomorrow. So, like Volume 1, Chapter 3, Part 4, Hina versus Uhe, Oji-san. And yeah, it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be short, you know, there are like a lot of battles and cutscenes you can like watch. It's like less about reading, like less about tell, but mostly about show. Which I always love about Blue Archive storytelling. Like, you save yourself time in the pacing, you know. It's like pretty friendly for a mobile gacha game. Like a gacha game that's on a mobile device is not supposed to, you know, it's not supposed to let you stuck for like hours. It's like a console game at this point, but it shouldn't be like that, right? So yeah, the logistics for Blue Archive are like pretty good there. There are like sometimes decisions, you know, like conscious decisions you can make, and like playing more than like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, or like a gacha session on a mobile game. Sometimes you do like 3 hours because there's like a raid going on and then you want to try hard, yeah. But you know, every single day it's like about 1 hour, like Grand Souls you can like spend, and yeah, you don't need to invest that much time. If you do like bare minimum, of course. If you try hard, then this gets rewarded with like higher rank, of course. If you like do your best. I think like this is this kind of give and take, right? Risk return. In any case, I drink like a lot of warm beverages to keep myself healthy. Drink like a lot. My appetite is like really low, and I was like kind of researching. Okay, I don't really have medicine, but in China, for example, they treat like illnesses with certain foods, you know? Like if you, let's say, have a pretty heavy cold, then it's like eat a salted pig heart, right? Something like that. Or if you have it like cold in general, then eat a lot of like fatty food, like something that's like heavy but gives you like energy. And if it's like something different, I'm not really sure what that was, but then it's like about eating like lighter food. I think like if it's like on the throat, that you eat like food that's like easy to digest, you know, like soup or like liquid, right? So that's like pretty good for the throat, and especially if it's like warm, like tea, right? They have like those kind of practices there, and I did like research and then it was like, okay, rice soup, maybe I can do this, and I made like rice soup for myself, but man, it was so crappy that I yeah. It didn't help much, I think, but at least I got like down my throat, and maybe it helped a little bit, and then it was like, okay, eat a banana, eat some yogurt, and then drink a lot, and yeah. But I've like for my stream also like some tea ready, and gonna put in some honey, I guess. So like honey's like pretty good for the throat as well, like raw honey. I don't know if how it works if you like combine it, but like ginger tea with honey is like always helpful. At least that's like advice I got from the goat Toriyama. Man, it was like my childhood kind of. I was like reading my childhood a lot of Dragon Ball. And there was like in the Dragon Ball era, you know, with like the when Goku was like a kid and there was like Piccolo around this chapter. Toriyama was like kind of sick, but then he was like, yeah, I'm like a little bit sick. My drawing skills are a little bit nerfed, but I hang in there. And hot tea with like honey always helps. And then I was like, hey, cool. I will do that too if I get like sick. It was like for me like the kind of formula to like recover. Ochan o nomimasu. But yeah, I definitely have to like improve my cooking skills and like my my reservoir on like recipes. But what I did for starters to like help myself recover is like buying like some chicken soup kind of that I can like just pour into hot water, like a boiling pot of hot water, and then have like something. I bought myself like some chicken broth and I think, and also like some onions, so I can actually make myself like proper chicken broth. I use like tomato like paste, I don't know, like the tomato juice kind of like a thick broth of like tomato soup, and then put in like the broth, so like the chicken soup kind of package, and like rice, but it wasn't like that well. Maybe it was like not because of those free recipes, but maybe because of like the lemon juice I used there. It's like pretty old, and I think like those can like the date of it, you know, it's like going bad. It's like not that great for that. So maybe I'm gonna be like, oh no, I'm not gonna use lemon juice. If you have like those kind of things, they're gonna turn bad really fast. If it's like salt, it's like sugar, it's like pepper. They don't really have a date of like when it like goes bad, right? But yeah, but you know, when you start living alone, it's like really like important to like know those logistics so that you don't waste money, kind of. You use like everything like in your inventory. Like tea, for example, doesn't really go bad. You can always like enjoy it. Like there's some times where it loses flavor if you like leave it like out in the open without like any package, right? But yeah, those are like kind of like things that are like natural, but you don't like really know. Sometimes other people talk about that in like their chatting streams, like from Vespa Noir. He talked like a lot about tea. He's like a tea enjoyer, and he shared like a lot of knowledge about that. I was like, hey, that's like kind of educational. Yeah, it's like, well, it's like pretty cool like to listen to them. Of course, they have like their cool appearance. They're like an adventurer skill kind of, but getting like this kind of trivia, you know, it's like pretty cool. And it's like, oh, I learned something. 学習しました。I'm gonna drink some tea. お茶を飲みます。But yeah, when people usually do Zatsudan streams, I like to listen into it. Sometimes those people have like really crazy stories to tell, you know, like some big event in their life, or like something that's like, what the hell? But yeah. ちょっと待って。 Okay, I'm gonna go out for a little bit, maybe like about 3-4 minutes. Okay. Got like a phone call and I have like to like check something. I'm gonna put myself out and I see you later. Alright. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm back. So I had to like help someone out waking up. I got like a phone call and they wouldn't like show up to their meeting. So they were like calling me to like wake up the person. And I did that like and like discuss the logistics. But yeah. Kind of like unpractical while I'm like streaming, and also I'm like kind of like sick, but it like worked out. In any case, I'm like back, and I'm still like not really fit since like the last 2 days, but I'm like kind of hanging in there. I must like say, I think like my headache are like mostly gone. Yeah. Any case, hello 8, welcome to the Zatsudan stream, chatting stream, whatever you may call it. Hope you're like doing well, better than me, hopefully. I'm like kind of hanging in there, doing like one step at a time. And yeah, there was like, even though I was like pretty handicapped with like all the debuffs from like my heavy sickness, the flu, so the workplace was like, hey, can you make it a little bit faster? Maybe we go like, can you go early? I'm like, you know, yeah, I never tell them that I'm like handicapped or that I don't really talk that much, but actions speak louder than words, right? So I like do that and like just give my best, and then it's just like, okay, we go earlier. You got sick? Yeah, I got sick. I put like in my schedule like the subtitle of like Monday and Tuesday that I recovering my health, and it was like pretty much like that. Like when I woke up at Monday, you know, like Monday is like usually a lot of people an unpopular day, since it comes like with a lot of like stress. Like that's like where their work week begins or like their school week. But in my case, it was like not that, but it was like kind of a horrible start. In the beginning, it was like not noticeable. I felt like some disability in my joints, so it like hurt. I was like thinking, did I skip my leg days, my arm days, something, you know? It was firstly just a joint disability. But then later on, my throat got like full. And when I ate like my egg fried rice, I didn't taste that much. I was kind of like, did I got ligma? You know, like the one thing that like happened in 2020, where was I like lockdown? Did I got that again, you know? But in the end, more and more symptoms would like come up, like having a running nose, coughing, that actually my joints are like hurting. So you know, like where you move everything, like your arms, your feet, your legs, right? Even like on my back side, like around the shoulder blade, it like hurts, and headache as well. And it became like really heavy once I went into work, so when I got picked up, and it was like pretty hard for me like on the Monday to like actually, nah, I don't feel like it, I gotta go back home, you know. It was like I going all the way to work just to like be like, F it, I can't do anymore, and yeah, go back. So I was like just hanging in there, do like one thing at a time. Like just focus on like the one thing. If I'm like done with that, okay, comes the next thing. If I had like the kind of mindset of like, okay, do everything at once, I wouldn't like survive. So I kind of like did that, and also had like the thing in mind, the more exhausted you will be, the better will be your sleep. I'm sure we'll like sleep well with just the sickness alone, but I went like the extra mile. And after like the Monday was like done, the work day, and I went to sleep. Actually, it was really restful. I think like I got like healed to 80%, but there's still like something left, even like 2 days. But yeah, getting sick is like really like getting like a heavy sickness, like not like something like a cold, you know, where you like, you know, where like just pull up your nose, but like actually that affects several body parts of you, like several parts of your body. So yeah, I have like some tea brewed. I drink like a lot of hot water, and since I don't really wanna buy medicine, I do like something similar to the Chinese people, that they like treat themselves with like the proper amount of food, or like the proper food. You know, if you let's say your throat is like still full, then eat like something that's like easy to digest, so like soup, even it's like thick broth, you know, that goes like down your throat like easy, and then it's like that is like gone. Bananas like pretty good. This has like a lot of fiber. It has like some vitamins, right? Yogurt is like good. Oatmeal, warm oatmeal, you know, like things to go. But usually soup is like pretty good. But you know, when you go to work, you can't really bring soup with you. What they have there are like vending machines that are like selling soup, but yeah. Why you don't take any pills? Yeah, let's say like medicine is like expensive, so I like rather buy food and let myself get treated that way, like in a natural way. The Chinese people, they have like this kind of treatment via like choosing the proper amount of food. So if you're like really cold, for example, then recommend it's like eat like some fatty food, you know, like something like fried stuff, like McDonald's maybe. Also, if you have like something in your throat, then eat like something that's like lighter to eat, you know, like some soup, something like that. And they have like also like for a cold, you know, eat like a salted picard. Then it's like for people, I'd rather take the medicine, you know. That's like understandable, right? But because like all the options on food are available are like actually tasty, let me take that. Let me take the food, right? Like food is also like pretty helpful. Like it's not only like to get you filled, right? Your belly filled, but actually it can also help with your health, right? On like getting you the right nutrients and also like helping with your health so that your chances of getting sick are getting lower. Like vitamin C is like pretty good, but once you're like sick, vitamin C doesn't help, but it can help that you don't get any sicker than that, right? It's just up to your body in that time to like recover, pretty much. On Monday to Tuesday, I slept like about 10 hours. From Tuesday to Wednesday, so like 2 days, I slept like about 9 hours. But I would like say I'm still not fit, really. Do I have joint pain? Things like still there, but maybe like 10 or 5%. Headache, I think there's only about 5% there. My throat is still full. Like when I woke up, I had like to cough a little bit. My nose is like still full. Yeah, actually, like I recovered for the most part. I think I can go to work without any. Nah, like what does it mean? Without fully You fully cover the pain. Yeah, that is true. But you know, you only feel alive. If your body is in pain. Pain makes your body makes you feel alive. I'm taking it like a man. And a big boy. Who needs like medicine, right? I gotta just tank it. I'm a man. Like a man. And also like some kind of medicine, they can have like side effects, right? Like yeah, before you take your doses, please look up for a professional, you know, something like that. And ask your doctor or your pharmacist, something like that. I know like what they say in Germany, something like bei Risiken, Nebenwirkungen fragen Sie Ihren Arzt oder Apotheker. I think like in English they like said in case of risk or like side effects, ask your doctor or your pharmacist, something like that. And yeah, there can be like side effects with like medicine, but with foods, not really. Unless it's like past expiration date and then you're gonna be like, after you ate, it's like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom and then be like, oh, I have a battle there. I had this like with my crappy rice soup. I used like some lemon juice that is like, I think expired, and yeah. But I think like if I did it without that, the food might be like a lot better. What I'm gonna do today on like food is maybe like some chicken soup. Like I bought like at the supermarket the day before. And like a lot of banana I bought as well. Since they're like good to go. Normally you know, when I go like to work, I get myself like some sandwiches. I like make myself some sandwiches. So, like with tomatoes, with like mayonnaise, cheese, and like some, how do you call it, wurst? I don't know. It's like some kind of slice of meat, and it's like some toast. Yeah, like those kind of sandwiches. But it's like pretty tasty. But if you're sick, it's like pretty hard to digest. So I think like I'm gonna skip on that and just get myself some bananas out there. And when I'm at work, I get a lot of like tea there. They have like a water cooker there. They have like some tea there, like some variation. I wish like there is like some yeah, some like herbal tea. But I think like I'm just gonna pick like some Earl Grey tea that they have there. Sometimes expired food doesn't expire. Just don't eat if it doesn't smell bad. If it does smell bad, yeah, that's true. Like, let's say like salt, sugar, pepper, you know, those don't really expire. Tea doesn't really expire either. It's just like they lost like a lot of flavor already, but they have like, I think like still the recovery kind of aspect still in there, right? Maybe it's like nerfed, right? But it's like still there. Like tea is like pretty good. I'm like pretty much a friend of like those kind of food stuff that doesn't really expire. But like when you live alone, you have to be like really responsible. You need like, yeah, you need to feel like more responsible with like how you handle your money. And yeah, with gacha, gosh, I'm just a sucker for gacha. Like I play like other gacha games and I spend like tons of money, then just like not to play it for a while, and I feel like, yeah, kind of wasted, you know. But I guess like I really like toned down on it. So like a lot of money I lost, I must like say. I could have like maybe like I could be like millionaire and with like so much money. Maybe get like myself like live to the avatar, you know, like asking like some famous artist and be like, yeah, can you make me that? And then, you know, nah, I'm living the life in my parents' house. Fantastic. If it's like that, yeah, you don't have to worry that much. In case you forgot to bring your keys outside, then it's like, hey, daddy, mommy, I forgot to bring my keys. Are you still at home? You know, something like that. When they still have your bag. It's like the lifeline that's still like there for you, right? In my case, it's like I forgot about 2 times and be like, ah, yeah, and but because my parents are also like, or like my family in general. They're also like the owner of the house. I'm kind of like residing in. I'm like in an apartment, and they have like the access to that. They have like the general key and everything. And I'm like, I forgot my key. Can I? Are you at home? When I go to you, pick up the key from there, open the door at my home, and then like go back and give you the key back. Something like that. Something like that. And yeah, you over time you just like develop like really good habits on like living alone. Pretty much. I hate living alone. Understandable. But I respect being independent. Yeah, thank you. But it's like pretty understandable, unlike living alone. You are like really lonely, and male loneliness is like a pretty big thing nowadays. Like, there's like a reason why the mortality rate is like increasing for like male. It's like mostly because they're lonely. Why I'm laughing, yeah, but it's like pretty bad for us guys, pretty much. When I see like some memes, you know, regarding girls, you know, I think like some kind of degenerate kind of corner, but it's like, okay, if you let the boy lay on your lap, stroke his head and be like, good boy, then he's as good as yours. And when I'm seeing that kind of meme, you know, I'm kind of like, yeah, true. This is gonna work wonderful with like lone men. It's gonna work wonderfully. But if they're already socialized, of course not. But lonely males are like really common nowadays, especially in Asia. That's like why most of them are like gamers. People think it's like amazing that I like good gaming, but actually it has like something to do with like that they're being lonely. That's like not necessarily like good. And if you watch like anime, for example, a lot of those good gamers are like hikikomori, right? And their social life is like in shambles. Like, they're not in a good space, actually. And you praise them for their gaming skills, like help them out in other aspects, you know? It's like what I think. Like, of course, people like to watch those kind of things, to like escape reality and like see something cool, like for entertainment, or like just forget about their day. It's just like escaping, you know? Escapism. But which is like normal. But if you watch these things and be like, he's just like me, you know, maybe it's not gonna, maybe like think more outside of the box instead of like he's just like me, but also like, fuck, he's like in this state already, I'm also in this state, this is gonna be bad for me, you know. If you see yourself in some character who has problems, maybe you have problems too, right? It's like what I think about those kind of media. Sometimes, you know, I love No Game No Life. Like, I think it was really fun, entertaining. There's no second season, but sometimes I think like, gosh, those two have problems. Where are their parents, you know? Why are like, yeah, why do they spend their whole day like gaming? Maybe it's just because they're like female connected that way and they spend time together, which is like pretty good when like big bro and like little sis are like hanging out with each other like that. But like, looking at the big picture, it's actually not that pleasant, to be honest. They lived such a bad life in the planet Earth that they don't want to live there anymore. They have like a shit life, kind of. Like, no socialization, don't go to school. I don't know what for the parents is. And then they take like the offer, yeah, we don't want to live in planet Earth anymore, let's go there. You know, it's like kind of like bad. Like kind of serious. Of course they make like really entertaining, like what is there in the other world, like in the isekai, but yeah. It's kind of like bad, like kind of serious. Of course they're gonna save the other world there, but I wonder what will happen, you know, like later on. Like I haven't like read a light novel, just like saw the anime. There will be no second season probably. Man, sound like Pun Pun. Could be like that. It's like kind of depressing, to be honest, if you think about those isekai anime. But you know, sometimes in isekai, if you can save the worlds in the another worlds, like if you can save the isekai, like slay the demon lord, or like in general make humanity like succeed, maybe the characters will like develop, grow, they return to their own world, and then they like change people and actually get their life together. Maybe, you know? This is like why the people there who reach out to them, like the god of this world, be like, okay, you guys are like the right people, come to our world. You know? It's like this kind of scheme that they need like help, but in the end they kind of like help those two, right? Like Shiro and like the duo of like Kuhaku. There's also like this kind of premise that they might develop to like better characters. That they're like more successful and everything. They can change. Of course, it's like kind of like things that I hope, you know, but I'm about to show you what manga I got in. Cool. In the end. I got manga called Fire Punch. Ah, that's like by the author and drawer of like Chainsaw Man. I think like it was like a pretty good one. It's like kind of old, but I would like say it's aged well. I only like saw things like fan art, like in German artist community, kind of. But yeah, it was like a really short manga, maybe a one shot, I don't know, but it was like pretty short one, but short and precise, gets like the message like done, and Fujimoto, yeah, it's really interesting, right? I heard like good things about it. If it's like short, why not? Yeah, can you give it a try on reading it, of course. I haven't like, read it yet, but I guess I'm gonna check that out, I guess. There are like so many manga and it's like so fast to read it. But at least it's like better pace than like anime, like kind of released kind of date. Yeah, I was like also reading Sakamoto Days, and it's pretty much fun. Like, it's a shonen jump, it's like mostly action kind of, for Sakamoto Days, and they're like really good at like drawing fighting scenes, but other than that I don't like see much on importance there, like nothing life-changing, kind of. That's pretty fun to read. And now that the anime is out, it looks like really fun. Like, they did pretty much good work, like, on the adaptation. People were like worried when they like saw the opening and like the trailer, and nothing is like impactful what was like shown. But once they saw like the full anime, you know, like the whole context, and then like the follow-up of like each frame, actually it's like worked all of a sudden. It's like with manga kind of, that you have to see it like from page to page instead of like a singular kind of panel, you know, like just seeing a singular page and you can like take it out of context. But if you have like all puzzle pieces together, then it makes more sense and it's like easier to read, easier to like, you know, just like how manga works in animation. And most of that is like via time pressure. Sakamoto Days, man, I can't wait for a new episode to come out. Yeah, I also can't wait. I love it pretty much, what they brought out there. Like, it's kind of like John Wick, you know, but also a little bit like Jackie Chan, that use like everything in battle. Like Jackie Chan, that he like runs away, but use like everything like around him to like fight the army, kind of like one of the people, let's say. But Sakamoto, he's like using it to like disable them, kind of like everything out there. You know, like using a coughing drop to deflect a shot, and then catching and deflecting like some bullets with like chopsticks. It's like so absurd, but it's like pretty much fun. You don't have to take it seriously. You know, it's like playing the real world, but then he's like kicking the Esper, and then all the shells get like destroyed, or he's like punching like some guy, and then like the whole building collapses. It's like, yeah, you don't have to take it seriously, actually. I don't take it seriously, to be honest, but it's like really fun. If things were realistic, it could be like scary, because people can like imitate that and then, yeah, actually commit some crimes. So it's like kind of like good, it's like that. But dun cause itself aliens ghost. Yeah, it's also like something you don't have to take seriously. But the characters, they feel like pretty much organic, I must like say. It's like between like Ayase and Okarun that like work so well. Like they like write romance really, really well. Like that there's miscommunication when they talk it out, and then it's like slightly better. There's still problems afterwards, but as long as they like cooperate, you know, there's like hope for more on good development. I really love the friends of like Ayase, that they actually support Okarun and Ayase. Like when Gigi came, it's like, hey, she belongs to Okarun. Do you know I believe in ghosts and aliens? No, I don't know, but it can be like, it's like possible they can exist, you know? Like China, for example, like a lot of people there, they believe like in those kind of supernatural things. And I think it's like understandable, you know? If we like die, we become like soul, like our souls escape our body, and then we can go like into heaven or like hell, right? But sometimes we have like unfinished business, and then yeah, we become like ghosts that reside into the world, like out of vengeance, or because we have like unfinished business. Either way, right? Americans believe in aliens? Yeah. Kind of the difference between like West and East, right? But yeah, technically there could be life outside of planet Earth. Maybe they're just like way too far away, you know? But it's like interesting about Danadan that they make the lore between like the aliens and spirits like so much more intertwined, that the spirits are actually protecting the Earth. That's like why the Serpians or aliens in general can like not fully evade it. It's like, okay, I want your balls, I want your banana organ. Like it's just like a story about like a boy who loses his balls, and then it's just like getting so big into, you know, it's like so absurd, but it's really like cool and entertaining. Oh, Isekai to Blue Archive? Yeah. Ocha no mimasu. I need to drink a lot. But yeah, those concepts can be like really interesting. It's not always like the execution that is good, but the concept. Sometimes we get like good execution on like kind of things. But yeah, this season, there are actually not that many anime I like look forward to, or like I'm really like, oh, I want to watch that. There are like not many, but like 100 Girlfriends is like still fun like to watch. Like it's pretty wholesome. It's like a parody on like harem kind of anime, but it's like pretty fun to watch. And then like some kind of other stuff I watch like on the sideline. Maybe like what's that? I can't wait. ReZero Part 2. Yeah, it's like not in this season yet, but gonna like wait, of course, right? Oh, seems like I can actually like exceed like 1 hour. I was like feeling pretty awful, kind of like yesterday still. Like maybe like yeah, I got like recovered for the most part, but I guess like I feel better. Like it's only like my nose and like maybe my throat, but for the most part, a lot of things are like gone. Oh yeah, I watch like Magic Maker on the sideline. I watch like this doctor criminal mystery anime. I still watch Trillion Game. I think I will watch the one fantasy anime where it's like about the guild receptionist and that she can actually like carry the team. Yeah. What else do I watch? I still watch Orb. So Leveling I like watch on the sideline. Like the animations are like really sick for that, to be honest. The story is like low expectations, but the animations are like pretty good. For some reason. I think they just want to make the adaptation, like you know, the web manga. Nee, it's not web manga, it's like webtoon, right? Like justice. Because like the art like carried everything. The story was like pretty mediocre, but the art like carried everything. They kinda like want to replicate that. Orb I was thinking to watch. It's like a really heavy anime. Like something like it's like really good, but I can't recommend it to everyone, to be honest. Like it's a really dark kind of anime. And there's like torture there as well. But it's pretty much about the kind of part of like astrology. That how do I describe it? Like it plays like in a older timeline. Like in our world. And there's like the belief that the earth is in the center of the universe. Right? That's like how God like created the world. That's like the belief of the world in general. But when people are curious, you know, when they're like watching the skies, on like they like watch the skies, the night sky, like how the stars are like moving, and then they recognize some inconsistency, you know. Suppose the earth was like in the center of the universe. And then they actually like take on the calculations and be like, huh, it's not Earth in the center, but it's like the sun, you know? Which sounds like pretty normal, but the thing is like, everyone who was like kind of proving that Earth is like not in the center, but like something else, is like treated as a heretic, you know? And when they would like, you get like hunted down by inquisitors, something like that. And yeah. It's like kind of the idea that things that are like seen as normal are like actually not the true thing. I would like say like kind of the sense of like our current generation, you know? People don't really like that that Japan is like doing Japan things of like their kind of anime genre, light novel genre, right? That there's like those kind of controversial things, you know? Or like those kind of titles of like my wife became like a elementary schooler, right? But actually they make like some good story of that. It's nothing like controversial, right? Like something like that. And we're like curious on like if we can do like something more interesting instead of like doing like the whole thing over and over again. That we like aim for like a smaller kind of audience instead of like trying to please everyone, I guess. This is like the Battle of War Centauri, but back then it was like about something else. And the concept there, I must like say it can get pretty dark. Of course you've like seen more dark things, but yeah. But yeah, give it a try. Like watch the first 3 episodes. If it's not yours, you know, like 3 episode rule, but yeah, move on. Like for some people it's like also like pretty normal. Like they watch 1 season of that series and it's like, okay, enough for me. It's like also respectable. But yeah, I think like feel a little bit better today, but I'm gonna like take a little bit more of a rest, and yeah, I will like like I think like I will call it quits here. But I had like pretty much fun time today. I had to had to be interrupted today as well, but yeah, nothing too much of an issue. So, what's about the next streams I will do? The only super F up is redo Alpha Healer? Yeah. It's pretty much that. I thought it was kinda interesting, but then, he's a healer. And then all of a sudden he throws like fireballs, he has like all the Master Sword skills, he can be a tank, and then it's just like, hey, I'm just a healer. It kinda doesn't make sense, you know? He just kind of like rejects the kind of purpose of like what classes and jobs are, right? It's just like the excuse, or when I heal someone I can see all their memories or something. It's like, nah, that's not how it works. And then they make like a revenge story, and yeah. Yeah, it was like kind of crazy. I mean, like I saw like the video of like the anime man, and he was like, this shit is getting anime attention, and it was like, yo. But yeah, it is at least interesting. It's like not boring, I must like say. A lot of like women enjoy that, kind of. It was interesting. It's not peak, but at least it's interesting and not boring. I must like say that. Like some of the isekai, like let's say the healer, the banished healer is actually the strongest. I was like giving that a try, but man, they are just wimps, all their characters. And I liked none of them, really. And then there was like a point where the main character, the healer guy, is like so OP, he slayed like a boss monster on his own. And then nobody is like addressing that, you know? Nobody's like, hey, what the fuck happened there? Why did you went into... What happened there? You went into Berserk Mountain? So nobody's like questioning things, and just like, yeah, the writer's like actually sleeping, it's not doing like a good job. But Read of a Healer actually has like a kind of progression, a goals, you know, like the motivation of the character. It's like more fleshed out. It's like BS, but actually it's entertaining and fleshed out. Yeah, I must like admit that. even though it's like kind of like absurd that with healing you can like do so much more. I'm going home now and finish my work. Fantastic. In any case, this is like my schedule for this week. I will do tomorrow art stream. I was like usually thinking about archive, but then it's like okay, maybe like still stick to Holo Pro. So tomorrow will be about Regis Altair. If I'm like fast enough, I can do 90 minutes. So maybe it's gonna be a short stream. And on Sunday, it's like a read-along reaction of like Hina vs Hoshino. I think it's gonna be short since there's a lot of like show don't tell, like with all the cutscenes and like battles, I hope. And then maybe I have enough time to like watch the live stream in Japan. Yeah, that's like all about the program. In any case, that's all about now. I wish you all a nice rest of the day, evening, or good night, whatever times in the world you are. And with that I say, bye bye!